Welcome, everyone. This is Jonathan Mast, and I want to welcome you guys to our Authority Accelerator today. This is going to be a masterclass on how we can leverage AI tools and our camera phone, our phones, not our the cameras on our phones. Yeah, I suppose our camera phones. But we're going to leverage AI and our mobile phones in order to create authority for you. If you want to be known as the go-to expert in your niche, you want to be the person that people reach out to or think of, that you're top of mind whenever they're ready to talk about your product or service. Today, we're going to talk to you about how to do that and how to leverage video to make that happen. There's a lot of things we can do to build our authority online and to become that go-to expert. But in my opinion, based on my experience, nothing is more effective than doing regular and consistent videos where you're answering your audience's questions. And so that's what we're really going to talk about today. We're going to talk about, one, how do we identify what those questions are? What type of videos should we create? And of course, how can we leverage AI tools in order to make that easier? I do want to give you a disclaimer up front, though. If you're hoping that I'm going to show you how you can create an AI avatar that simply types everything that you do, that's not this masterclass. The reason is very simple. As of this recording, we're on May 2nd today. I don't believe the video tools are there from an AI perspective to fully convince people that they're real. And here's the problem. One, we can make an ethical argument whether or not we should be creating video, AI video, and trying to convince people it's us. We can go either way on that. I'm not here to argue that today. But the big issue is as follows. Building authority is about building credibility, and we build credibility by building trust. And if you're going to use AI video to do that, as of today on May 2nd, 2024, I don't believe that you can effectively build trust as well using an AI video as you can if you do it yourself. And because it's so easy to grab your smartphone and record videos, that's what we're going to focus on today. By the way, that's also what I do. It's how I build my authority, how I build my expertise. So the things I'm teaching you today are the exact same tactics that I use. And by the way, they work. Plain and simple. Quick story for you guys, just to give you perspective. I started building my online authority using this method on October 7th of 2022. Yeah, almost a year and a half ago. And I committed at the time that I was going to post one video every single day. And for the most part, I've managed to hit that. I've probably missed a couple, but I've managed to do that. Now, I want you to notice, though, I didn't say I was going to record a video every day, because I don't. In fact, I haven't recorded a video in probably over a week, apart from lives and things like that. The reason is because I've got a library of videos built up. I batch create them. And we're going to show you today how to find out what those questions are so that we can batch create videos, and then you can have them on your phone or wherever, and you can go ahead and make sure that everything's easy peasy to do. As we're getting started, I'd love it if you guys, we've got a number of people connected in different areas. I would really appreciate it if you would take just a moment and you would tell me in the comments, whereabouts in the world are you coming from? Are you in a particular state in the United States? Are you in another country? If you just let me know in the comments, that'd be great. I always love to know where people are joining us from. I also want to remind you that I will be paying attention to the comments as we go through. So if you have questions about anything that I'm saying throughout this masterclass, please don't hesitate to ask them. And if we have time, I'll make sure I get to all your questions. So with that, I need to finish my story. My ADD kicked in there when I thought about comments. Lily from Texas, Wendy, thank you guys for saying hi, by the way, appreciate that. I want to share with you that after a year and a half of doing this, and it didn't take a year and a half of doing videos every day, but I now get new leads that come into me, my agency, virtually every single day. I would say every single day, but I'm sure there's some that I don't. But I definitely get 8 to 12 new leads every single week from people reaching out because they want to work with me. And if you're in sales or you run a business, you know how important it is to have people reaching out to talk to you. It's no fun cold calling, and candidly, it doesn't work as well as it used to either. And so creating authority by doing these videos can generate a steady inbound lead flow for you and for your business. And it absolutely works. So anyway, thank you for that. Richard from New York City, Tim from Charlotte, Dave in Toronto. That's great. I've got Eve come and join us from Phoenix. Grant's in Durham, North Carolina. Amy's on board. Welcome, Amy. Glad to see you here, Oklahoma City. Awesome. Hey, great. We really appreciate that, guys. I love to hear your stuff in the comments. So let's go ahead and let's talk about the first step. how do we identify what questions it is that we need to answer for our audience? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen here a minute. Let me find the right button. There we go. All right, so hopefully you guys can see all that. I can see I didn't change my background. Hey, oops, let me do that real quick here. Gotta love when I have the ability to do that. There we go. Get it changed to something a little better. There we go. That's better. All right, so I'm in ChatGPT at the moment, and we can ask ChatGPT questions here. But instead of doing ChatGPT, the first thing I want to do is I want to encourage you to go to a site called answerthepublic.com. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And by the way, just so nobody misses it, Jeff is joining us from Manila. It's 3:30 in the morning. Jeff, awesome. Thanks. Glad that you got up and woke yourself up for this one. So again, what I want you to do is I want you to take a look at answerthepublic.com. You can do a select number of free searches here every day. And what we want to do is we want to search for a topic. So Answer the Public's a really simple site. You can pay for it. You don't need to in order to do this. I want to make that clear. You do not need to pay for this. But if you go out and you put in a topic, this will give you questions that your audience is asking about that topic. So for the sake of demonstrating today, let's just assume that we're a chiropractor in Jacksonville, Florida. That may or may not be accurate, and that's all right, but it'll help us as we go through here. So I'm going to type in chiropractic. Care. We'll just take chiropractic care. That'll be my topic. So I'm going to do a search. And let's see what happens here. We're going to get a lot of things that's going out and obviously scrubbing its database and going to give us that. Notice for free right now, as of this recording, we get 3 free searches a day. I'm going to exit out of that. They are going to try to upsell you, and that's all right. That's their job. We've got 49 questions coming up here that are highly searched. And we can see here as we go around, there's lots of them. So you may or may not be able to see this, but I'll read off a couple of them. So can chiropractic care help with weight loss? Can chiropractic care help with vertigo? Can chiropractic help with constipation? Down here, how chiropractic care works, how chiropractic care can help. And we can go all the way around and see all kinds of things. As we scroll down, you'll see there's even additional things here. Prepositions that are used related and around chiropractic care, like how chiropractic care can help. There's comparisons that we can take a look at, like chiropractic care in pregnancy, chiropractic care in ADHD. All of these are topics, folks, that you guys can create and videos on and answer questions. So let's go ahead here and let's go ahead and talk about vertigo. So can chiropractic care help with vertigo? So now what we're going to do, we're going to go over to ChatGPT. I think most everybody's probably familiar with this. Make sure I can check that we're sharing the right screens. There we are. So I'm going to go over here and we're going to take a look in ChatGPT. We want to, again, create topics and questions about can chiropractic care help with vertigo. So let's just start by telling what we want it to do. So you're an expert, if I can type here. Let's see here. What do we want? A market research consultant. Always helpful, by the way, to tell ChatGPT or any of the models how you want it to act when you're beginning a prompt. It really helps narrow it in and get you better results. I want to identify the most, and again, I can't type and talk, folks, sorry about that, the most common questions that people have about how chiropractic care can help with vertigo. So that's my second. Now I need to ask my question. Please give me 20 of the top questions related to chiropractic care. And by the way, you guys can grab screenshots when I'm done here. I'll make sure that you can do that. If you're not familiar, when you grab a screenshot, you can upload that screenshot into ChatGPT and it'll read the text right off that for you. So you can pause the video if you're watching the replay as well. So please give me 20 of the top questions related to chiropractic care and help with vertigo. And normally I would, at the end here, I'd ask it to ask me any clarifying questions, but because I'm not a chiropractor and I don't really know this, I'm not going to ask it to give me clarifying questions. So let's see what it comes up with here a second. So notice I'm taking a question from Answer the Public, which I should answer. How does chiropractic care help with vertigo if I'm a chiropractor? But I'm now expanding on that. So we may have had 50 questions or so that came up from Answer the Public. I think it showed more than that, but I remember at least 50. Now I've got 20 questions just on vertigo. So if I carry that out and I do that for each topic, I'm going to have over 1,000 questions that I can answer as a chiropractor in Jacksonville, Florida, that I can do videos on. And here, there's all types of them. Let's just take the top one and run with it. So again, we've identified some questions. I would take these, save these off to a Google Doc or a Word doc or something like that. Make your master list up. Have your master list ready to go because that's going to be helpful. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start a new chat. And I'm going to say, you are an expert video script writer. You specialize in writing. And this is important for what we're going to talk about. We're going to be talking about creating short form video here. And the reason is we need to hook our audience. So if we're that chiropractor in Jacksonville, Florida, I could do an entire webinar on chiropractic and vertigo, and you should. But for the purpose of today's training, what we're focused on is creating short form video, things that you can literally put in your teleprompter, hold your phone up, record in less than 60 seconds, and post. So that's what we're focused on. You specialize in writing voice only video scripts, and we'll say short form video scripts. I want to put it in the right mindset so it knows where we're trying to put here. I need you to create an engaging and let's just say accurate, because I want it to be, it's about health here. We want it to be accurate. Voice only video script to answer this question. And then I'm going to say, I'm a chiropractor in Jacksonville, Florida, and I want to use this video to help build my topical authority and establish me as the go-to expert. Again, I can't type and talk. Sorry about that. Get expert in my area. And again, generally, I would add into this that I want to ask any clarifying questions. I'm not a chiropractor, so I'm not going to do that at this point. I'm going to say, please write me a voice-only video script. And I know I'm a little duplicative here. That's all right. Of 180 words or less. Now, the reason I chose 180 words is most of us, when we're talking, can speak 180 words in less than a minute. And that's good because as we're creating short form video here, we want to make sure that those videos are indeed less than a minute long. So we're going to go ahead and create this script here in a minute. It's going ahead and doing, there we go. So let's see, we've got it. Let's just see how this goes. Guys, I'm not a chiropractor. I wouldn't do this as mine because I'm not trying to be an expert, but let's just try and see how this comes along and if it sounds any good. I've not proofed it or anything else. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Are you struggling with vertigo in Jacksonville, Florida? You're not alone. Vertigo can make you feel like there's a world is spinning out of control. But did you know chiropractic care might be your key to finding your balance? Let's explore how. Chiropractic adjustments focus on correcting misalignments in your spine, and these misalignments can affect nerve pathways that influence your balance. When your spine isn't aligned, it can send mixed signals to your brain, exacerbating vertigo symptoms. By gently adjusting your neck and spine, chiropractors like myself help restore proper alignment. This can reduce nerve irritation and improve the brain's ability to process balance and orientation. Patients often report just relief after just a few sessions. They feel more stable and less dizzy, which can be a game changer for anyone suffering from vertigo. Curious if chiropractic care is right for you? Visit our clinic right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Together, we'll strive to get your life back in balance. Guys, I got to admit, without proofreading it, that was pretty good. That was very, very simple. So we've got the script. Let's go ahead and copy and paste this. And I'm going to go over to my next tool here. So that's tool number 1. Now I'm going to walk over to a tool that I use called Big View. I've already logged in, just so you guys know. This is actually it looks like this when you go here. Hang on, bigview.tv. I'll share this screen So if you're going to sign up for it, they do have a free program. You don't need to sign up, but this is what Big View looks like when you go here. Just to give you an idea on pricing, I do pay for this. You don't have to. It starts at about $8 a month, so it's very, very affordable. And that removes your Big View watermark, gives you videos of up to 9 minutes. Guys, this is not an affiliate link. You can use any teleprompter software that you want, but I find Big View works really well. And here's why I love it. So let me go back into Big View. Make sure you guys are seeing my screen. There we are. Awesome. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new script. And I'm going to go ahead and title this, and we'll just say Vertigo and Chiropractic. We'll say Chiro for now. I'm going to go in here. I'm just going to paste my script in. Super simple. If I wanted to make a change, I could do so. Very, very easy. And I'm going to click Save. Maybe going, Jonathan, big deal. What is this? Well, unfortunately, I can't show it on my phone today. But what's going to happen is I'm now going to open up Big View on my phone. And when I do that, the text that I just copy and pasted here from my computer is going to be on my phone. And let's see if I can maybe do a Big View demo. Big View demo. Maybe we can find an example of that. We'll go ahead and leave the site real quick. Let's look for videos. And you can see lots of people, the easiest teleprompter I've ever used, tutorial and all that. I won't bore you with it. Guys, here's the basics. As you go into this, what's going to happen when you go into Big View and you pull your phone up, it's automatically going to put the words, that script that I just read, it's going to put it right on your phone. I can tell you from experience, if you queue up 10 or 15 or 20 of these, you can literally knock out 15 videos like this in under 30 minutes. Then they're all done. They're all on your phone. You've answered a ton of questions. And now you just post one of them a day. What's that mean? That means in order to do an entire month's worth of content, you're going to need to spend probably an hour recording video for the month. Let me ask you guys, put a 1 down in comments. If you could put and find 1 hour a month in order to absolutely record 30 short form videos. Could you do that? If so, go ahead and put that. Welcome, guys. We love it. How is that spelled? Amy, I don't know what when you're looking. It looks like you figured it out. Okay, good. Amy likes this. That's great. A couple questions while I'm waiting to see if this is something that you guys could do. Again, if you think you could do this, if you could find an hour a month to record videos, put that there. Booze, thank you for telling me. That's great. Put a 1 down in the comments. Yes, we like to hear that. Thanks. Guys, I really appreciate the feedback. As I'm doing this, obviously, I'm staring at my camera. I can see we've got dozens of you on, and that's great. We love that. But I love to get some feedback. So thank you, guys. That's fantastic. It really helps keep me going. That's fantastic. Let's see. We had a question here I want to go back up to and make sure we answer before we keep going on. I want to preview this here. So let's see. My search did not have any questions in ATP for my keywords. Answer the public. It shows it's competitive with 1,900 searches and 378. So that's interesting. I've never run a search and answer the public that it didn't come up with any questions whatsoever. But if that's the case, let me show you. There's another site you can go to called Ask Socrates that does similar things that you can do. Or let's say you're not finding anything. So I don't know what your keyword is here, and that's okay. But let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's say, for example, that we happen to run into that. How are we going to deal with that? Let's go back and share our screen here again. I'm going to go back into ChatGPT. We're going to go ahead and start a new chat. So you run into a problem. You go to Answer the Public. You go to Ask Socrates. You can't find any questions. What do? Simply come to ChatGPT. Is it going to be perfect? No, it's not, but it's going to be good. And let me give you a tip. If I'm doing this, I'm going to go over to Perplexity. You guys may or may not be familiar with Perplexity, but it is absolutely one of my favorite AI tools. And the reason is full and complete internet access. Plus, I get access to GPT-4 from OpenAI. I get access to Claude. I get access to other things. So I'm going to go here because I want it to actually search the web to come up with questions. So let's do that same prompt we did earlier and just say, let's see, what did I type? I can copy and paste that here real quick. Let's go back to our history. Let's see here. It wasn't that one. There we go. We're going to take that exact same prompt that we did here. We're going to go over to Perplexity. There we go. We're on Perplexity. I'm going to paste this in. It says, you're an expert market research consultant. I want to identify the 20 or the common questions that people have about, instead of how chiropractic can help with vertigo. We're just going to ask it for about chiropractic care. So we're going to be a bit more general here. And I wanted to give me the top, let's say 20 questions. By the way, I generally don't recommend you go to ask these tools to give you a lot more than 20 at a time, simply because they tend to kind of just break down. They don't always have that ability. But you can do it. Sometimes you can get 30 or 40. For right now, for the sake of the video, just do 20. So here we go. It's Perplexity, by the way, is great. It's going to ask a question about this. What specific aspects of chiropractic care and vertigo would you like to focus on? I thought I got rid of, oops, I kept that. I didn't get rid of the vertigo. Hang on, let's go ahead and try this again. New thread, start over. There we go. Just chiropractic care this time, no vertigo. All right, and we want to talk about benefits and send. Let's see what this tells us. So even if you're not getting responses, again, how to answer the public, just come into Perplexity. Notice it's searching a bunch of websites here. So it's actually going out and doing searches. And then based on that, it's giving me common questions. Again, what conditions do chiropractors treat? Is chiropractic treatment safe? What training? So a really good way to get questions if you're not sure what's there. Now, I can imagine one of the next questions is going to be, Jonathan, if we only do 20, what do we do when I need more? Well, first of all, remember, we can dig down into each one of these and get 20 questions just about what conditions do chiropractors treat, and 20. So again, now 20 times 20, that's going to give us 400 questions. There's a year's worth of videos right there, more than a year's worth. And by the way, if you want to start next year and answer the same questions again, nobody's ever going to know you did that. So a year's worth of content. Ask 20 questions, then we're going to take that and we're simply then going to do the exact same thing we did and say, now give me 20 questions about what conditions do chiropractors treat. And again, thank you for bearing with me as I try to talk and type, because I never do that well. And watch what's going to happen. Again, I used ChatGPT earlier. You could use Claude. I've got that open. I'm using Perplexity here just because I like Perplexity a lot. By the way, in the background, just so you know, I'm using Perplexity Pro. That is a paid subscription I have. You don't have to pay for it. But when I do that, I get to choose which AI model it uses to answer. So it's actually going out and searching with Perplexity and then using, in this case, I've selected Claude. So it's using Claude behind the scenes to answer that data. It's giving it its search results and using Claude to do that. And look there, I've got 20 specific questions again. So 20 times 20, just as a reminder for everybody, that's 400 questions that we can put out. And we've got an entire year's worth of content that we can put in place. So it's this easy. Literally, guys, if you can't in under an hour get all 400 topics laid out, you're wasting time. You can do it in an hour. That means you're going to invest an hour, maybe tonight, to find your 400 topics. Then you're going to start recording. Guys, this is Thursday. Even if you take your time, by Monday, you could have 10 videos recorded. Walk through the steps we just did here today. It's that simple. And I don't care what industry you're in, it'll work. So we've got enough time here. What I want to do is I want you, if you're on live with us, this is the benefit of being live. I want you guys to give me a topic that you would like to be known for. And I'm going to walk through the same process that we just did. And I'm going to show you how to do it for one of yours. And you're going to see, we're going to get this done in about 20 minutes or so, maybe less. But I want to show you exactly step by step. So you've seen it once. Let's do it again. Can anybody in the comments give me some topics that you would like, or a topic that you would like, and we'll walk through this as a group and show everybody. While I'm waiting for those comments, I'm going to see we've got, okay, Darren, you're first with roofing. Darren wins fast on the track. So just so you guys can see, Darren just wrote in and said roofing. So we're going to do that, Darren. We're going to go for roofing. Digital marketing, I see we've got call tracking, we've got effective communication strategies for over 50 something ADHD male. Grant, you don't have to talk about me like that. Come on. I know, I mean, if you don't know, guys, I'm 55 and have ADD. So that's why I'm giving Grant some fun there. Vegan keto meal list plans. Guys, great stuff that you're putting in here. Every one of these topics, by the way, we could use every single one of these. So these are really great topics to put in. You can see as I'm popping them up here as we go along. But Darren was first and fastest on the keyboard. So we're going to do roofing. Darren, let's go ahead and walk through again. And just because I can, I'm going to do all of this in Perplexity. You guys, again, can choose your favorite model. It doesn't matter. But let's go back and take a look at roofing. So I'm going to create a brand new thread. By the way, as a reminder, anytime you're using an AI tool and you start a new thread or a new conversation, that's going to allow you to pretty much start over from scratch. And we want to do this. So again, you are an expert. So it is, according to my clock, 3:56 as we're starting. We'll see when we're done with this. You're an expert marketing consultant. Market research consultant. I did that wrong. Please give me the top 20 questions that people are asking about, and I'm going to assume, Darren, residential roofing. So residential, and if I'm wrong, I apologize, roofing services. That's it. Super simple. You're an expert market research consultant. Give me the top 20 questions that people are asking. Now, is it guaranteed to give you the top? Not necessarily. We're just going to skip that and let it be general, but it is going to give us some great questions. And of course, you guys can edit this. If you're looking at this, so Darren's in the roofing business, if he wants to edit this, he's welcome to do that. If you've got a topic that comes up that you want to put in there, you're free. You're welcome to do that. Again, not a big deal. All right, so here's where we're at. I'm going to grab number 13 because 13 is my lucky number. I don't even know what it is. Let's see. What kind of warranty should I expect from a roofing contractor? Okay, good question. So now what we're going to do, we're going to ask a follow-up, and we're going to say, please give me the top 20 questions that property owners, and we'll say homeowners, are asking about, and I'm going to literally put it in quotes so we can see what, and again, just that simple. We're going to get our 20 questions. And the next thing we're going to do, we would want to do that for each one of the 20. I'm not going to take the time to do that for each one of those, but obviously you guys know we could then create 400 of them. All right. So I'm going to pick a number. Actually, you guys want to pick a number. While this is coming up, somebody give me a number between 1 and 20. Which one do you want me to create the script on? Darren says he's not in the niche, but it's an easy sell service for local roofers. I agree with you, Darren. That's great. Amy, you can absolutely use this if you want. So number 8, Darren picked. Let's go pick number 8 then. So number 8 is, do you guarantee your work? Okay, this is a good one. So now, again, we're going to go in and we're going to have it write a script for us. We can change engines if we want. We can stay in Perplexity. It doesn't really matter. So we're going to ask Perplexity again, you are an expert video script, and if I'd copy and paste these, I could save even more time, but that's all right. Writer, specializing in short form voice only video scripts. Please create a short voice only video script of 180 words or less. By the way, it's not guaranteed to follow that instruction, but it should. That answers this question for homeowners. And I'm going to then say, I'm Jonathan, give it my name, with ABC Roofing and Repair. And let's see what happens. Now, again, because it's Perplexity, it is going to do a little bit of a search, but it's also going to answer this. And this is something I think a lot of people, and again, I love Perplexity, so you could do this in ChatGPT or Claude, but the Perplexity, a lot of people don't know, will actually give you responses like this, not just search results. So we've got our script. I'm not going to proof it. I'm going to get embarrassed possibly, but that's all right. If you're doing this, take just a moment and proof them. I'm going to copy and paste this over into Big View like we talked about. All right, so we're going to go ahead and make sure we do that. And in this case, I'm not going to show you here. I can real quick. Let me go and find Big View again. I lost it on my screen. Hang on. All right, so I'm going to share this tab. There we go. I'm back in Big View. I'm going to click on New Script, and I'm going to title it Roofing Number 1. We could give it a better answer. That's fine. Oops, that's not it. I can actually put that in the title. And now I need to go grab the script that it gave me, which I'm going to go copy and paste from Perplexity. And I'm going to paste that right in here. So just that simple. I'm going to save that script. Now, again, if I had Big View on my, or if I had my phone, I could actually pull this right up on my phone. And I probably didn't make a big enough point of this, guys. I want you to record these videos on your phone in vertical format, selfie style. Hold that phone out in front of you, get a big smile, and answer this question. Read this script. Just that simple. I don't want you to worry about your studio setup. I mean, if you're a roofer, candidly, I want you doing this in your truck. I want you sitting on the tailgate of your truck or up on a ladder on a roof recording this. Whatever you're doing, don't try to make it perfect. A recent study just came out. I saw it yesterday, and I don't have the details. I'm sorry. But it shows that the engagement that users are getting on authentic mobile style videos that have flubs and everything else is so much higher than well-produced videos. I don't remember the stat, but I believe it was verging on nearly 4 times the interaction that people are getting. So don't worry about being perfect. Worry about answering the question and doing a daily video. So let's try this. Let's see how it happens. I don't know if this is going to be any good. We're going to try it. You ready? Quick countdown. By the way, we are about 6 minutes in so far, so we're doing pretty good. 3, 2, 1. Do we guarantee our work at ABC Roofing and Repair? Absolutely. We stand behind every roof we install with an industry-leading 10-year workmanship warranty. What does this warranty cover? Any defects or issues caused by our workmanship, like leaks, blow-offs, or material installation problems. We'll come back out and we'll make it right at no extra cost to you. On top of that, we're certified to install roofing systems from top manufacturers like GAF and CertainTeed. That allows us to offer you their extended warranties too, like GAF's Golden Pledge 50-year non-prorated material warranty. But a warranty is only as good as the company backing. And at ABC Roofing, we've been in business for over 25 years with an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. Thousands of satisfied customers can attest to our commitment at quality work and standing behind it. So when you choose ABC Roofing, you can have complete peace of mind. We guarantee our craftsmanship. We use premium materials with robust warranties, and our long-standing reputation ensures we'll be here to honor our promises. Guys, that's a pretty good video. And it is educational. Yes, I'm talking a little bit, but that's another thing that we don't want to be overly promotional in these. We don't want to these should not be sales pitches. These should be answering questions. And this one's kind of on the edge, but it's okay. It's still answering that question about how we do roofing. Now, as you read through that, you saw Perplexity made some assumptions. It made an assumption who we worked for and how long we'd been in business. Let's say, for example, this part, that we've been in business for 25 years and an A-plus rating for Better Business. That's not true. So how do we do that? We're going to tell it to fix it. So great script. I don't know if AI is ever going to be in control, but if it is, I want to be nice. Just kidding. Please update, as we have only been in business for 2 years and are not a member of the BBB. Jonathan, though, and this is not true, but again, if I was a roofer, it might be, have 22 years of roofing experience. So based on that, we're going to have it update. Let's see what it does. Notice I didn't even give it a lot of instructions. Just please update. Please provide the name of your roofing company. It forgot. It's ABC Roofing. Hang on here a minute. My screen just grabbed my attention. There we go. ABC Roofing. And send. Now, again, one of the things I love about Perplexity is it does ask some clarifying questions, and let's see what happened here. So do we guarantee our work at ABC Roofing? Yes, it kept that. It talked about the GAF. Here's what it replaced. It says, while ABC Roofing is a newer company founded just 2 years ago, I have over 22 years of experience in the roofing industry. You can trust my expertise and our commitment to the quality work that we fully guarantee. Guys, that's a pretty good fix. I like that. And again, that's why you want to review these. We want to make sure that we're good. Super, super simple. So is everybody with me so far? We've created the script, or we've found the questions. We've went ahead and created the script. We've now recorded the script. And now this is where everybody goes, what happens? By the way, guys, we are literally, that took us 10 minutes from finding the questions, creating the first script, and recording the first script. 10 minutes, that's it. Okay, now I know we need to create some more, but that's not a lot of time. Now, what are we going to do with it? And this is always the question. What do I do once we're done? Well, what I want you to do is I want you to then at that point in time, and I'm going to stop my share here for a minute. Once you've gone ahead and recorded the video, we need to upload it and we need to be strategic about it. So let me tell you, or ask you maybe a quick question. This is a stat from the radio industry, and I know if those of you that are really young, you may not remember. We used to actually have things called radios that we could tune in mainly from our cars, and they would find music literally out in the air over the radio waves. And there were multiple radio stations. By the way, they still exist if you don't listen to MP3s all the time. They're out there. You can find them. I know the streaming services are popular, but seriously, radio stations exist. And if you're in any normal area, you're going to find that there's generally multiple radio stations that cover your area. One may play rock and roll, another may play country, another may play Christian and worship music. You may have talk radio and a whole plethora of other things in there that I probably don't listen to, from rap to classic and you name it. So let's just say in our average area, we've got 8 different radio stations, and we want to advertise our roofing company on those 8 different radio stations. Are you going to create 8 unique ads, or are you going to just create a really good ad and run it on all 8 radio stations? In all likelihood, you're going to do the latter. You're going to create a really good ad and you're going to run it on 8 radio stations. And that's what we're going to do with video as well. In other words, we're going to take that one video that we created and we're going to upload it to multiple channels. Why? Because different audience members are going to be in different areas. So where do we upload it? Number 1, YouTube. You want to upload this as a YouTube short and make sure that you've got that uploaded and ready to go on your YouTube channel. It can be a personal channel, a business channel, doesn't really matter a whole lot. People do business with people, so I'm perfectly fine doing a personal channel, but be consistent. So, number 1, your YouTube channel. Number 2, Facebook and Instagram Reels. We're going to upload it to both of those platforms. The beauty is, if you have your account set up, you can upload to one and it'll automatically post to the other. I lately have seen the best results when I upload to Instagram and I have it automatically share or create that post on Facebook as well. So that's number 2. Number 3, we're going to upload it to, of all things, LinkedIn. In almost all the cases we're talking about, even if you're not selling directly to businesses, you're selling to people, guess what? There's people on the other end of those LinkedIn accounts. So you want to post your videos to LinkedIn. We want to post them, number 4, to this amalgamation thing called X. Used to be called Twitter. Still how I talk about it. We want to upload your videos to Twitter. So now we've got 4 platforms that we're on, and you may be screaming in your mics going, hey, you're missing one of the big ones. That's TikTok. Yes, you should be uploading to TikTok as well. I don't care if you don't use TikTok. I don't tend to watch it a lot. Your audience, or at least some of the members of your audience, are there. So upload that video to TikTok as well. If there are other sources that you want to use, like Pinterest and others, feel free to use them. Threads, which is the new Instagram Twitter killer, so to speak. Any of those. The more places that you can find to upload this video, the better. It's the more eyeballs that are going to see it. So we're going to upload it to 5+ areas. We're going to take the YouTube video link and we're going to embed that onto our website as a blog post, because we want people to be able to find that on our website when they're looking on our website and see all of the questions that we've answered. So we want to make sure we're doing that. Really simple, really basic. Do that once a day. One video posted every day like that, and you will find out that in about 30 to 60 days, you're going to be talking to a potential customer, and they're going to say, wow, I've seen your videos. I've been watching that. That's why I reached out to you. And you're going to go, cool, it works. By the way, in the first 30 days, nobody may mention it. Keep doing it. After you've been doing it about 90 days, it's going to start coming more and more often. You're going to hear this very regularly. And I'm going to tell you personal experience. After you've done this for 6 months, you are going to be so far ahead of your competition from having posted 180 videos, answering 180 questions. Guys, you are going to be that go-to authority unless you happen to be in an incredibly competitive niche with competitors that are doing this. And I can tell you from my experience, I know Amy's on here. She's in digital marketing as well. Amy can probably attest to this as well. We could tell 100 businesses that if they did this, they would absolutely get leads coming in every single day, and maybe 1 out of the 100 would do it. We've got dozens of you guys on the call right now, and that's awesome. Unfortunately, I bet out of the dozens we have, less than 2 of you will probably do this for 6 months. But guys, if you will commit to do this one video a day for 6 months, you will absolutely be seen as the expert in your industry, and you will get bunches and bunches and bunches of leads. So enough on that. I'm going to go off my soapbox. Let's answer some questions. I've got about 15 minutes yet to answer questions, and I want to go through and try to make sure that we're answering this as best as possible. So I'm going to go back up here a minute. We've got a bunch of topics. Let me see if I can catch back up. Let's see, Amy, you made a comment. You'd love to use that list for your roofing clients. Feel free. You can take that data and go ahead and grab it. Not a problem. Let's see where we've got here. We've got some more topics coming in. So this is an interesting. Tim says he'd add a CTA with a phone number. You're welcome to do that, but I'm going to tell you why I don't do that. What I do instead is I set up what's called a link tree. It's on my website. Let me show it to you real quick just so you guys can see what it looks like. And I do this on purpose. And I'm not saying Tim's idea is wrong, but I'm going to tell you why I don't recommend it. So here is, I got to make sure I'm sharing my screen. There we go. Here is my link tree. Notice this is a mobile optimized page. I just updated it, in fact, before the training started today. And I've got key stuff on here. I'm selling my courses that I have. I've got, they can book a call with me. Here's a lead magnet I've got. You can claim a free topical map. Here's a link to my group. By the way, if you're not in my AI group, you're welcome to join us. We've got about 95,000 people now. I need to update this. You can book an appointment directly with me right here on the calendar. You can click on here and you can book an appointment with me, making it super easy to do. And then here's all the ways to contact me at the bottom. So this is my Linktree page. And the reason I use a Linktree page is because I can put that link, jonathanmast.com/Linktree, anywhere I want. And when I do that, I can update what's on that Linktree at any time. So back to, why do I not put a CTA and a phone number? You can. There's mixed schools of thoughts on here. I'm of the school of thought that I'm here to educate and add value first. And there was a new study that just recently came out that said that trust from consumers to businesses is at a 40-year low. It's never been lower. And I believe part of that is because businesses are always trying to sell to them. So stop trying to sell. Add value, add value, add value. If you watch my videos, once in a great while, I'll have a call to action on there, but it's rare and it never seems to move the needle. What does move the needle is when I occasionally recommend or remind people you can get more free resources at jonathanmast.com/Linktree. Or if I just add value, people start finding it. My lead magnet, for example, finding a topical authority map, by the way, that I can do that for you for free and you'll learn more stuff about more topics. That I get multiple people every single day reaching out to do that. And I don't promote that. I don't have ads running to it. That all comes organically from the videos and the content that I'm creating. So, Tim, you absolutely can do it. Not saying you're wrong. I'm of just a slightly different school of thought. We're going to keep on going down. Wendy says, this is brilliant. Thanks, Wendy. I appreciate that. I've already started asking questions related to my niche, and the questions are free and totally ones I could do. And cool. Yeah. And again, 60 to 90 seconds. The shorter, the better on the videos. You're going to get more engagement. I try to keep them under 60. And the reason is you can do 90-second videos on Instagram Reels and all that. But as YouTube, if you want them to come up as YouTube shorts, meaning they're going to appear vertically, then you want to make sure that you're doing it under 60 seconds. Let's see what else we've got here. Wendy's got another comment. GPT's giving you great questions. Good. Oh, I love this. Big View is a great tool. There are others, by the way. So if you've got other teleprompting software you want to use instead of Big View, that's fine. Not a big deal. Let's see. We've got another question here. Could you try a follow-up prompt or suggestions on sounding more personable with some storytelling? Yes, that's a great thing, Grant. So if you guys are familiar with you can actually go in and identify your personality type by going to 16personalities.com, taking a personality test to give you a Myers-Briggs personality code. You can actually enter that in and it will adjust your prompt based upon that. So let's go ahead and do that here. Let's say great script. Here's my personality type. And I'm just going to grab this from my clipboard because I use this all the time. Here it is. And say, please update the script to sound more like something I would say. Now, if you're noticing in there, I've got a lot of things in my personality type. There's a Myers-Briggs ENTJ, type 8-3, which I don't remember what that is. My Colby, I think that's type 8-3 is Enneagram, I think. My Colby, all of that. my disk stuff, all of that's in here because that helps the AI model know more about it. Preferred tone. So let's say we want to make it conversational tone. There we go. So we're doing a follow up, and Grant, that's a really good question because, again, as a reminder, when we're oh man, I'm not sharing my screen. Sorry, guys. There we go. Now I'm back in here. When we do this, this is a great way to get updated information about this and make sure it's reflecting this. So let's see. Let me be direct. At ABC Roofing, we absolutely guarantee our work. That's kind of the type of thing I would say. So again, it's used my personality now and infused that to sound more like me. Grant, that's a great question, and I'm glad you brought that up. That's absolutely, remember, anytime we're prompting AI, folks, anytime whatsoever, we should be having a back and forth conversation with it. We should not simply do one prompt, what we call one shot prompting, ask it one question and assume everything's perfect, because it may not be. So we don't want to do that. All right, let's see what else we've got on here. Booz is asking, why do I use Perplexity over ChatGPT? Personal preference. They both are excellent. You can use ChatGPT, Claude, or Perplexity. They're all going to give you great results. You'll notice I'm not mentioning Google's Gemini in there. I'm not a fan. Some people love it. It will work. I just don't like it as well. So I'm a big fan. You can use whichever one you like best. So whatever makes sense for you there. Booz is asking, let's see here, what's a better investment, ChatGPT or Perplexity? Well, that's a tough one. I still recommend, if you're getting started, start with ChatGPT 4 and pay the $20 a month. Perplexity is a real close second. And the reason it's a close second is with Perplexity, I still get to use GPT-4. I still get to use, and I get to use Claude Pro, and I get to use Stable Diffusion and others. So it's close, but I still love the fact that and think ChatGPT is probably the best place to start. It's a little bit easier to use. Wendy has got another question for us. Do you use social media tool to manage your posting, your manually upload? That's a really good question. I'm an old timer. You can see I got all this white hair. Wendy, I actually upload most of this either myself or my assistant uploads it by logging in as me and uploading it. And that's probably where a lot of that content comes from. Question generally follow up is, Jonathan, how much time do you spend posting this per day? Between recording and posting and everything else, and I on average post about 3 to 4 things a day on social media in my profiles. I probably spend about 20 minutes a day posting. So not a long time. I think it's worth it, again, because it's generating new inbound leads for my business every single day, or virtually every single day. I'm sure I've missed one, but almost every single day. You can, though, use social media posting tools. They work just fine. I believe, and I don't have empirical proof for it, I believe my engagement is better. And so that's where we go. Another question is, and do I do much editing? So you don't have to do any. I have an app, because I'm recording these on my phone. I do have an app called Captions. There's another one called CapCut. Both are very similar. And I can add captions to my videos in about as long as it takes me to record it. So about a minute. And I do that pretty frequently. The reason I do that and add the captions in is because studies show that a lot of people watch vertical video, those reels, those TikToks and that, with the sound on their phone off. So I do recommend downloading an app like Captions or CapCut. They're really easy. You're going to record this on your phone. You're going to save it to your phone. You literally just run that app on your phone. It will transcribe it and add the captions. And if you take about 5 minutes to set it up, everything's formatted properly, and every time you do it. So it's super, super fast. See, Jeff's got a question for us as we're wrapping up on time. Who else is loving this? Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate the kind words. That's awesome. Let's see what we've got here. Question, another one coming in from Faith. Would you create a blog post and post a video? Yes, I would. So once you've uploaded that video to YouTube, I want you to take that YouTube video and embed it as a blog post on your website. It's a very good idea. And remember, the reason we want to do that is because when people find your website, and they will if you start doing this, and they're on your website, you want them to spend more time there. So take all of these resources that you've created and make sure that you put them on your website as well. That's great. So let's see. We've got somebody joining us from Ghana. That's awesome. Love to see that. Let's see where we've got under questions. Amy asked the same thing. Do I use captions? So yes, I do tend to do that. And again, Captions and CapCut are the one. Amy also asked a really good question about logo and watermark. You know, that's up to you guys. I've been experimenting with that some more recently, adding that in, and I'm actually adding my logo on. I don't have any problem if you guys want to add your logo on to it as a watermark. There's no issue with that whatsoever. The big thing I want to discourage you from, and every entrepreneur wants to do this, I do too. Guys, again, I've been doing this for 18 months. This is hard. This next step's really hard. Stop selling. Yes, I know you're going, what are you talking about? These videos are for educational, informative purpose. They're to establish you as the go-to expert. And you don't want to have an expert constantly selling to you, or you're not going to spend any time listening to them. You need to add value to other people's lives. That's what this is about. There's plenty of videos. You need a video sales letter, and you need to push people into your funnel through your link tree. Absolutely, you need to do that. If you've got questions about how to do that, reach out to Amy on the call here. Amy Singleton right here on LinkedIn. Amy runs a great digital marketing agency, Height Digital. She can help you do that. Just, again, tons and tons of resources there. You need a sales funnel. You need all of that. What we're talking about here today in this masterclass, though, is about building authority. And that's what it is. And Jeff just shared my link. There's my link that again, I share all the time. I keep things up. Jeff, thanks for pushing that out there. I appreciate it. Let's see. We got another quick question. Got about 2 more minutes, guys. We're going to get through what we can. Does BigView add in captioning? Yes, BigView will do it all, but it's slow. It's really slow in my experience. So that's why I use captions or CapCut instead, because it's there. We got a question about how much time are you using to create things and post on social media. Again, I spend about 20 minutes a day on average between recording videos, posting videos and all that. Certainly less than 30 minutes a day. And I could spend even less if I had my assistant do more of it, or if I used a scheduling tool to do that. They say it's available in the same app. I don't know what that was. Yes. Oh, Amy's answering that about BigView. So yes, great. This is a great point Faith makes. Guys, build conversations by adding value. When you add value to people, remember the old saying, nobody cares what you have to say until they know how much you care. This is what this type of marketing is about. Show them you care, add value, and they will absolutely start reaching out to you all the time. So guys, so amazing. All kinds of great stuff here. As we're wrapping up, I've got literally like 2 minutes left. If you would do me a favor, I always love to ask, if this was valuable, please put a 1 down in the comments for me so I can see that. If I see a lot of 1s, then I know these are great. By the way, notice I'm not charging for this. I'm giving this away for free. I want to add value to your life. Guys, what I'm doing here is the same thing I'm recommending. It's just a long form webinar instead of doing a short form video. And I do both. But I do this to give back because guess what? Some of you may become clients down the road. Some of you may partner with me. Amy, for example, is on here. Amy and I have done podcasts together. We've been at masterminds together. We've gotten to know each other because of that. And that relationship has been good for both of our businesses, I believe. And so that's why we do this. It's the same concept I'm doing here. I love the ones. The last thing I'm going to ask you to do before we cut off, I would love to know, is this topic of video and topical authority, is this something that you'd like to learn more about? Would you like me to do more classes on this? Or is there something else related to AI? I love teaching people how to leverage AI like we did today to make things easier. And so in the last 30 seconds that we've got here, if you would, put in the comments, what's a topic about AI, whether it's marketing related or not, that you would like me to be taking a look at for our next masterclass. By the way, I try to do one of these almost every week. So just follow me on social media. You can go to that jonathanmast.com/linktree. If you don't already follow me, you can connect with me and you'll see all of my updates come through there. But see a couple things coming up here. We've got building strategic partners. That would actually be a really good one, Faith. Thank you for that. That would be great. I love that. Jeff's asking, do I have a course? Yes, I do. If you go to my link tree, you'll see that. I'm not here to sell that, but Jeff, I appreciate the shout out. Jeff's another partner of mine, by the way, and so I appreciate it. When I say partner, we're not necessarily in business together, but it's people that I've met through creating content. Both he and Amy, I've met that way, and that absolutely adds tons of value. Amy, thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. You guys are great to work with. Absolutely love working with you and Joseph in that. So this is another good point. We can set all of this up in how to use GHL. If you're not familiar, that's one of the leading marketing automation platforms, and how we can utilize that with AI. That's a great one. More videos, Booth says like this. Yes, yes. Guys, thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. If you registered, by the way, you will get the replay. It'll be coming out probably later this evening. I've got to let everything queue up. And this will also be showing in the live section on both YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook and Twitter. So if you follow my profiles, you can go to the live video section. It should be up in 10 to 15 minutes automatically, and you can watch the replays. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to answer questions for you. Make it a great day. Thank you so much for joining me, and be blessed, everybody.